Hi there everybody, what's up? It's or Rebel Inc.'s Art here again with another character design challenge. Today's prompt was Dream Mermaid, and while I was drawing this, I didn't really have a clear idea of what I wanted. We can see this kind of starting off with me trying about 4 or 5 different rough sketches before finally setting on one for me to clean up. I was just having a hard time figuring out how I wanted to interpret this prompt. I was really excited about the idea of a dream mermaid at first. I associate dreams with like this kind of aesthetic image of like clouds and rainbows and stars and that kind of thing. Just a very whimsical, floaty kind of feeling. And so I was excited to try and work that into a mermaid. We see a little bit of that here with my first attempt of giving her cloud hair, which I eventually scrap. But I was just having a hard time creating an image for this, and I think the main reason for that is I didn't have a clear idea of what I wanted my end product to be heading into this picture, and I think that ended up being my downfall in a lot of ways. But despite that, I still am happy with the final image. I think it was pure luck that it got pulled around by the very end, but I'm going to take it and run with it. But I don't know, looking back on it, it's funny. I'm gonna go ahead and let you guys see a little behind the scenes. This is my second time recording the voiceover for this. I did a full voiceover, and then realized I accidentally had my mic muted, which is, I suppose, what I get for not doing like tests or anything. I just roll with whatever's happening. But it was funny, during the original voiceover, I started off not being fond of this picture at all, but as the thing went through, I kind of realized what I liked about this picture and ended up with a much more positive view of this drawing, so I don't know. I guess it was helpful in the end. Here we see me messing with a whole bunch of different hair options. I could not settle on something that I liked for this mermaid's hair. What I ended up going with was having her hair be like one solid sheet, and for the top part to be a nice light blue, and then the underside, for the underside to be a like bed of stars. And I realize now that this could have been really good as like an idea for like daydreaming versus regular dreaming. She could have been like I don't want to say like the messenger goddess, but like the person who brings dreams to kids and that kind of thing. I completely forgot what I was gonna say. My bad. I guess just hopping right back into it. My brain just died. I don't know what happened to me there. Doing the line art, I decided to give her a couple different like little circular hairpins, just to kind of give her a nice bubbly fun personality. I ended up coloring these like a pastel rainbow, and we're gonna see this more when we get to the coloring phase. I put little clouds at the bottom of her hair and tail. And while it was just like a whim thing at the time, I feel like it really drives home the idea of her being like in daydream mode right now, and I really like that, and I really wish I would have pushed it farther, but I couldn't push it farther at the time because I didn't even have that idea in my head. I was just like, I think the main thought going through my head was, how do I make this look not ugly? And I think I won in that regard, so you know, props to past Ree. Lining those hands. I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do with her top. I knew I wanted her to be wearing something, but I didn't really have any ideas. What I ended up going with was a series of like, not quite belts, but like straps sort of things. So it's not really clothing so much as it is jewelry, but I'm happy with how the end result is, so we'll get there. I decided to make her tail like her hair, and I fidget with that a little bit. I think it's a cool idea, but I didn't execute it super well. So maybe that's something I'll go back and fix at a later date. I've said that about a couple pictures now, that I'm going to go back and fix them. I've finally come up with an idea of how I want to go back and fix these characters. We're going to be seeing that, not this Monday, but I think next Monday is when I'll be doing that video. So, you know, look forward to a return of all your favorite characters. Return. Heading into coloring, I threw down those sloppy colors, and then I'm going ahead and cleaning things up. And we're gonna see here in just a second, right now, I'm going in and I'm doing a little bit of rainbow blush, or not necessarily blush because it's like right underneath her eyes, but a little bit of rainbow on her face, which is something that I'm really happy with. I'm really glad that Past Ree thought of it. And it's something I high-key want to do, like my makeup to match at some point. I think it turned out really cute. And then we're going in, doing those little rainbow pins just for a hot second before going through and cleaning up those colors some more. We can see what I did with those straps, where I just kind of added some more of them, made them look a bit more complex. And then finishing cleaning up those colors. Before we're gonna head in, we're gonna finish up the rest of those rainbow pins. And then, what are we doing next? Oh, finishing up those last feathers. And now, I'm adding those little clouds at the bottom of her hair and fin, and we are adding in some galaxy to her bottom part. What would I call that? The underside of her hair, I suppose. So adding in some funky fun colors, and then throwing in the stars. And then it's time for some shading. I messed around with what color I want for this a lot. I end up settling on a like deep magenta, but I was having a hard time finding a color that worked for me. I thought orange might work because it's the opposite, but it just didn't look great. I guess I need to study color a bit more. Maybe we'll see that in the relearns. And there I am messing with colors before going through adding some fins. Not fins, she's already got fins. Scales is the word I was looking for. And then I'm coloring those scales rainbow and then giving her a background. Ended up going with something with like nice and faded blue with clouds. And then that white outline, and we are seeing that finished illustration on our end slate. I'm pretty darn happy with her. I feel like I said, there was different aspects I could have pushed farther had I had a clear image of what I wanted at the end in mind, but I didn't, so I didn't. So I guess that's something I'll fix up later. But yeah, I think she's really cute. I think she's got a lot of potential. And I'm just gonna choke on my own spit there really fast. My bad. So anyways, this was the character design challenge. If you want to try it out for yourself, which I highly encourage, there is some crazy fun prompts in there. The link to the aesthetic generator I use is in the link below, along with links to all my different websites and stuff if you want to check those out. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching, and until I see you again, I love you! Bye-bye!